Well, my mate got himself a Series 1. Hasn't been on the road in about 3 years. Needs a little bit of work. Got a bit of rust here and there. Fuel pump's dead. Radiator's stuffed. The usual things. The interior's nice though. Yeah, I got to fix up the fuel pump. It's missing a fuel tank. But got a bit of rust, but it's all there. The main reason he got this one though, it's not quite standard under the bonnet. So yeah, it's a Chev 283 this one is, but we can shove a 350 in it quite easily. It's all engineered for a Chev conversion. So the oil's as black as diesel oil and no power steering fluid. It's sat for a while. So I'll jack it up, check it over, change the oil and filter before I get it running, and do all fuel lines and shit and see how we go. I've just checked over the front end. Needs rack boots, V-mounts, ball joints, lower inners, stuff, sway bar D-mounts and link bushes. But it's had new brakes fitted not too long ago. Calipers are good, pads are good, discs are good, hoses are good, but they're all standard 6-cylinder Series 1. So might be best to upgrade to Series 2 vented discs with 4-spot calipers. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. The Series 1 brakes aren't too bad, just gotta let them cool off. Well, it's in fairly used condition. The radiator's just haggard. The hoses are, well, they're not healthy. Who knows when the last time that oil filter was changed, or that sump plug was out. Power steering hoses are a mess. So look how close that one goes over there to the exhaust. That's just, wow, there's no heat shield. So yeah, I want to put a decent exhaust on it. It doesn't have bits of rod hanging off it. Strange. You can see a cat. Yeah. It just needs a good clean up. Well, I was just staring at this odd header tank setup they've got here, trying to work out what they were thinking. So over here we have the radiator, top hose, bottom hose, and we've got this pipe that goes into the bottom of the header tank, and this hose that goes to the top of the radiator to let it, bleed. And I was wondering what this hose is all about. This hose goes over here, down there, here, to there. It's just a vent. See what they've done, the radiator cap is just a cap, not a pressure relief valve anymore, because they've soldered up that spot, and that's just an open to atmosphere vent. So that's not very good now, is it? There's no pressure on the system. So apart from a bit of head pressure from this tank being high, but that's not enough. You need at least 13 psi. So I'm going to have to redesign all of this. But the radio's haggard anyway, so yeah, stupid thing. I'll probably put a Series 3 header tank over there and a Series 3 radiator in it, and that'll solve the problem. Well, I drained the oil, then put half a bottle of engine flush in, then let it sit for half an hour. And I've just dumped 2 litres of fresh cheap oil in, and look at it all come out black. It's horrible. So let that drain, put a little bit more cheap oil through until it comes out clean, then some engine flush, let it sit for a bit, and cheap oil until it comes out clean, and then a bit of fresh oil to push the cheap oil out, then fill it up, and then the sump should be sort of clean. And yeah, all the top of it, nasty. Well, I started fixing up the fuel system. I put all new hose at the back here. That's all new. Temporary fuel pump, just one I have lying around, so that's just there to get it running and fix the standard wiring. So that goes to left pump, that goes to right pump. Beforehand they had it running off this, which goes to that light. So you had to turn the light on for the pump to work. Bit silly, eh? New filter, of course, all new clamps. So it should work now at least. And under the bonnet I put all new hose, new filter, and put the hose that ran along there in heat shield. Because there's the exhaust, there's fuel hose. The filter's far enough away from it. And the wiring wasn't too bad, I just bypassed the fuel switch because it's jammed and there's no power going through it at all. So let's put a bypass wire there for now. You can even bypass the wire for the fuel gauge, that'll work too. It doesn't work at the moment. So yeah, should all work. Well, I've checked out all these gauges, as you can see they're going down. This one, the sender's faulty, so it always just reads full, even when the engine's not running. This one works alright, I just tested it by putting a test light in series with it. That one, the gauge itself is faulty, doesn't work. That won't work because the switch is bad. Everything else seems to work, the clock doesn't work. So, all this works, seems to. So I just changed the globe for the park brake light because that wasn't working. And now it is. Well, it's got fresh oil, new filter, filled up the power steering, filled up the rust. See if it works. There seems to be auto fluid in it. So, yeah.